As someone who's been adopted, a powerful question may surface. Who are my biological parents? Or where do I come from? And this deep desire for answers, for connection to your origins, is completely natural. Yet it can come with a heavy weight, the fear of hurting or upsetting the adoptive family who raised you. This internal conflict between your own need for truth and your loyalty to those you love can create immense guilt, anxiety, and hesitation. And so today we're going to navigate this very delicate emotional space. We'll acknowledge your natural desire for connection to your origins, release the fear and guilt about possibly upsetting others, and empower you to honor your own truth and needs with compassion for all involved. Because you do deserve clarity, and you deserve to pursue your own path. So below are links to the studies that have been done, the research on how and why this is so quickly effective. And for today, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much fear or guilt are you feeling right now about seeking your biological parents, compared to how your adoptive family may feel about it? Just tap with and repeat after me. If you get overwhelmed, just keep tapping and breathing and let it all process through, and then get back to repeating when you can. Even though I deeply want to find my biological parents, I'm scared I'll upset my adoptive family. But I still deeply and completely accept myself and this desire. Even though I feel guilty for even thinking about it, as if it's a betrayal, I choose to release that guilt and honor my natural curiosity. Even though I worry about hurting those I love, I choose to acknowledge my own legitimate need for this information. Even though this internal conflict about finding my biological family is painful, I choose to offer myself compassion and support in this journey. I want to know my origins. I want to know why. I want to find my biological parents. That's natural and normal. But I'm so scared to upset my adoptive family. I feel guilty, like I'm betraying them. What if they think I don't love them, or they make a fuss? That's crazy. Of course I'll still love them. I'll feel exactly the same when I find my biological family as I feel about them now. What if they feel replaced? I can certainly make room for both. I just worry so much about their feelings. That fear holds me back. This is such a huge internal conflict. It's really breaking my heart. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I need to know. I want to know. I feel torn between two families. I release the fear of upsetting my adoptive family. I let go of the guilt about my natural curiosity. My desire for origin information is valid. How many people know their whole family tree? Like, come on. This doesn't diminish my love for my adoptive family. I choose to release the pressure to protect others' feelings above my own needs. Their reactions are their responsibility, not mine. I release the fear of rejection from either side. I'm allowing myself to seek my truth. Everyone should get to do that. I'm clearing any blocks now on my journey of discovery. I'm worthy of this knowledge. I'm allowed to know. I choose to honor my deep desire for connections to my origins. I trust myself to navigate this with grace and integrity. Even if I get a bit frustrated sometimes. My journey is unique and valid. I'm making choices that are right for me. I can be compassionate to my adoptive family's feelings, but I'm still going to honor my own feelings. I'm brave enough to seek my truth. My identity is complex, and it's okay to explore it. I'm building a life that feels authentic to me. So I choose peace in pursuing my biological family. I'm confident in my choices. So any fear of upsetting my adoptive family, I let that all go now. They did an amazing thing choosing to adopt, but they don't get to choose for me whether or not I look for the other side of my family. That's my choice. So I deeply accept myself and my inherent need for my origin story. I honor my courage to pursue this truth with self-compassion and integrity. I trust myself to navigate these relationships with strength and respect. I'm worthy of knowing my full story. And I'm free to seek it. Take a deep breath. Notice any shifts in the weight of this decision. Seeking your biological origins is a deeply personal choice, and in addition to an already profound journey, having been adopted, as well, whenever you were, whether it was a child, might have been later in your, teen years. It's not a betrayal of love, but an act of self-discovery, and you're worthy of clarity and peace in your identity. So definitely keep tapping until that 1 to 10 scale is at a 0. And you can go back and do it again today, or once or twice a day for a few weeks until you can get it down to 0. And you're worth that time and the peace. This is, to me, in my mind, I've adopted family members. It's a personal choice. Some of them have looked, some of them haven't. And that is not anything that anybody needs to have an opinion on, only be supportive of, in my mind, whichever way you choose to go. If this session resonated, please do share in the comments or drop an emoji. Certainly send me an email or, in the comments how else I can help with this topic, anything to do with adoption. As I said, I have adopted family members, but I'm not, so I understand that there will be just things that I couldn't possibly understand. Same as when I do, say, any video for something that I haven't personally been through. I did one on MRI machines, and I don't have claustrophobia, or so I do go and do some research. I try to read lots of forums and look at videos and hear what people are saying when they tell their stories. But I may have only hit half the mark, or part of the problem, or there may be something I didn't get anywhere near, and this is an issue, that you struggle with. So just let me know. Feel free to drop a link to this in any forums or group chats you may be part of for other adoptees. And it's okay to be frustrated and be mad, a little bit at your family if they react, your adoptive family, if they, they react differently or said, no, they don't want you doing this. But again, this is your choice. Of course, if you can kind of move through the anger in one of these videos, then it's a lot easier to stay patient and empathetic and, compassionate with them while you're talking to them, and you could come from two different areas. Like if you didn't have a good adoptive family, then it really doesn't matter what they think about the whole thing. But if you have one that absolutely took you in from childhood, you didn't know any different, as it should be, as any child, that's exactly how we should be treated. That is what family is. And so they just can't understand why you're going and looking somewhere else. Maybe to point out things like, because everybody kind of knows their origin stories, or it seems like everybody does. They're able to talk about their families from these countries or had those traditions. And I took on yours because I am family, but I'd like to know also maybe where else I'm from. And so it may be easier to go at it with a little bit more compassion and to let them know that, I didn't let you go as family when I went to college or when I went off at 18 or 19 and moved somewhere else and found new friends. And of course, their family knew I was from out of town, so they took me in and I called them mom, or, they cooked me dinner and invite me over to holiday meals. There's room for, you love someone with your whole heart or you don't love them at all. And yet we love hundreds of people in our lives. So there's no reason why, of course, you can't love both your biological and your adoptive family. Hopefully you find them, and hopefully they are wonderful, and you get your story and can, both sides of both families can just understand, hey, double the size of family now. Anyway, I hope that's how it goes for you. And either way, that you're at peace making your decision to go find the information that you're after and you need. So take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.